Today's video is special because today we are going to solve the world's greatest mystery. In this video, we will know that a person never dies but only his thinking dies, and by keeping these thoughts of a human being alive, he can be made immortal forever. You will be surprised to know that there is no difference between a person and a stone. After watching this video, you will ask yourself if you are really there or it's just an illusion of yours. This video will change your thinking, but you must watch this video till the end. There are billions of neurons in the human mind, in which all our information is stored. And without this information, no human being can become a human being. Remember that time when you first felt like you were yourself. You will remember some of the blurred memories of your childhood. When you're 4 to 5 years old, you learn to remember everything well. And at this age, you have the real feeling of being yourself. But why doesn't the child feel like being himself when he is born? In fact, only those creatures who have their own minds realize to be themselves. All religions say that every living being has a soul, but there's really nothing like that. Let's prove it. A human being is at his smallest form as in sperm. Out of billions of sperms, only one sperm gets a chance to become a human being. But is there a soul inside a sperm? Does a sperm even feel his own being? The answer is no, because there is no mind inside a sperm. The baby's brain begins to form in the mother's womb at the age of 5 to 6 weeks. After 28 weeks, all our senses starts working. When we were born, all these senses start sending information to our minds. Until enough information has stored in our minds, we don't realize our own being. And without this information, a human being is just a piece of flesh. That is, our true identity is not our body, but the information we store in the mind. Let's understand this by an example. Let's say, my name is Rosie, and I meet an unknown girl. There is some information shared between the two of us, as my name, address, my work and what I like and what I don't like, etc. After that, she becomes my friend. Think if I change my face with plastic surgery and I'm going to meet that girl again. Will that girl recognize me? That girl can only recognize me when we have the information that happened before us is shared again. This proves that our true identity is not our body, but the information that we begin to accumulate since we are born. This proves that our real birth is not when we are born, rather, our birth takes place slowly in that body. As our body takes information and store it in the brain, in this way, our soul is created that we feel to be ourselves. If a person loses this information completely in an accident, then the man who was in that body will die, even if that person's body is completely healthy. This is what happens in the case of total memory loss. If a friend of mine loses all his memory in an accident, then my friend who I knew before is dead. Body of my friend can learn new things, can store information in his brain again. He can also have feeling of being himself. But in this body, not my friend but another person will be born. We proved that two individuals can be born in the same body. But not only that, but two persons can live together in the same body. This is what happens in patients with multiple characters disorders. Now we will prove that there isn't difference between a person's body and the rest of the things. Our body in the womb is made up of the things that our mother eats while pregnancy. After birth, our body develops from those things that we eat. That is, our body is made up of milk, fruits, food, and other things. This means that the things that are in milk, fruits, and in other things, are also in our body. If we zoom in any part of our body with the help of a microscope, we will see that our body is made of atoms. Not only our body, but everything in the world that we see is made up of atoms. When we die, either our body's buried or burned, and thus all the atoms of our body are spread out in the environment again. Maybe the fruit you're eating today contains atoms from the body of your ancestors. If we go deeper, we know that everything in the world is made up of energy. Because today we know that mass can be turned into energy, and energy can be turned into mass. So basically everything of this universe is made up of energy. And all things in the world have different forms of energy. Thus, We can say that the difference between the human body and the stone is that human body can store information and interact with another human, but a stone can't do that. But that's what only we humans think. The reality could be something else. People of some religions believe that there is consciousness in every particle. But is it really possible? Let's try to know. We humans think that life is only in humans, animals, and plants. If I say that life is not just in stone or in other inanimate things but also in our planets and other things of this universe. Let's understand this by an example. You will be surprised to know that our body is the home of millions of microorganisms. There are also many skin mites on our faces that are born on our face, live their lives on the face itself and produce children on the face and die. Our body is like a planet to these microorganisms and they think our body is made for them, just as we humans think that the earth was created by God for us. As we humans think there is no life inside the earth, in the same way, these microorganisms must think that there is no life in our body. In fact, we humans have limited the definition of life to only humans, animals, trees, plants, and other species only. But I believe there would have been life in planets and stars as well. Maybe the Earth has a mind and the Earth also thinks and understands like humans. The microchips we use at this time store information in silicon atoms, and 1-bit information is stored in more than 1 lakh atoms. But scientists believe that very soon we will be able to store 1 bit of information even inside a single atom. This proves that there can be an information inside an atom as well. Earlier scientists believed that after being born, the mind of a child is like an empty book. But now new research shows that many things we learn in the mother's womb. In the Indian epic Mahabharata, it is said that Arjuna's son learns to break the Chakravaya, a kind of trap, in the mother's womb. When the baby is in the mother's womb, millions of atoms are going from mother's body to the baby's body all the time. There may be a lot of information through these atoms that reach the body of the baby from the mother's body. We generally see that many qualities come into children without being taught by their parents. This proves that the child's brain collects information in 2 ways. One by the body of the child after the birth, and second in the mother's womb before a birth. I believe in the mother's womb, a lot of information reaches from the mother's body to the baby's body during that time. This also proves that a lot of information we can gain even without our 5 senses. Now we have understood that a human being is not a body but an information. By keeping this information alive forever, a human being can be immortalized. Some time ago, scientists scanned the brain of a worm. The scientist discovered the all 302 neurons present in the brain of this worm and their connections. Then scientists simulated worm's brain in a computer and created a software. Then with the help of this software, a robot was created in which there were all sensors like that worm. The scientists were very surprised at that time when they found out that this robot was able to do all the work that the worm could do. This also proves that human being is just an information, and this information of a person's mind can be copied to make another human being like him. But there are billions of neurons in the human brain, which are impossible to track and copy now. But many scientists are working on a technology by which a brain can be scanned or uploaded. If this happens, then we will be able to upload the human mind to the computer or put it in a robot. If the human mind is put in a robot and all the sensors that are in the human body are put inside some robots, then that robot will also be able to learn new things like humans. By uploading a person's mind to the computer or robot, we can make it immortal. And at the same time, we will also be able to erase all information from the mind of a human being and put new information in it. That is, we will kill one person from a body and put another person in his body. It will be really amazing. After that, the whole world will change, as if a boy is about to die and he cannot be saved. Then in such a situation, we will upload his mind to a computer. On the other hand, a criminal has to be given the death penalty, but we will not kill his body. We will erase all his information from his mind. After that, we will put all the information in this body that we saved in the computer. By doing this, we can bring that boy back to life. If his parents want, they can give that body a look like his boy through plastic surgery. These are the things of technology, but now let's talk about ghosts. Sometimes we hear that a ghost has entered a body. Let's know what that means. So far we have known that human beings are just an information, and every human being has a different kind of information in his mind. What will happen if one person's information dominates another person? In fact, this is what is called the penetration of a ghost inside a human being. Sometimes we start thinking too much about a dead person and gather a lot of information about him. Thus, two types of information are stored in our minds. One is our own, and second from a dead person. After this, we behave like two personalities at the same time. This is called multiple personality disorder. In fact, this whole world is an information. When we eat tasty food, meet a person, or see something beautiful, all these things are stored in our minds as information. Then this information reminds us of what food we have to eat, whom to meet, which place to go, etc. That's how we live our whole life. Let's hope knowing all this will change your outlook about the world and about yourself. What do you think of it? Let us know by commenting, and do not forget to like and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank for watching this video.